Hello,
My guy,
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fine, man. Doing fine.
All right, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Oh, Stephen Claude, wide receiver, Wake Forest University, Miami, Florida.
Yes, sir. Alrighty. So, you played college football at Wake Forest, and coming out of high school, you're the number 58 wide receiver in the entire country, so that's obviously incredible. What led to your decision to like pick Wake Forest over other schools?
Well, coming from South Florida, you've been playing against top tier football talent your entire life. You got people like Lamar Jackson, Duke Johnson, Hollywood Brown, all from right here in South Florida. I wanted to continue to play against top tier talent while also getting a top tier education because my parents and I were focused on education as well. Because as you know, football don't last forever.
Right.
So I wanted to have the best of both worlds, and I feel like Wake Forest gave me the opportunity.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, you did a little bit of everything at Wake Forest. You caught the ball, you returned the ball, you played some special teams. Like what was your favorite position to play like during a game? Like, like returning kicks, whatnot. What was your favorite?
Although I love all those things, I would have to say, of course, my favorite position is to play wide receiver. Catching balls and making clutch plays and
Yeah.
making big blocks are what you sign up for. But at the same time, being on the field and making my contribution in any way is a joy in itself. So I had to like re-answer that. Another way, I say my favorite position is to play whatever position like a team or a coach may need me at. So if we down a couple DBs and you need me to go out there and be an athlete and play corner, I'll do that for you too, and have fun doing it. So,
That's what's
so
up.
whatever you need me at.
It's gotta be like you're just an incredible athlete, bro. So like the fact that you can just completely switch positions, bro, that's insane.
Yeah, played both ways in high school at Champaign Catholic School down here in Miami as well.
Did you get
Uh,
offers to play like defense in college too?
well, my coaches they told me I had offers to play defense, but I wasn't focused on that to like wanted to play that at the next level. Although I am open to switching and doing it now, but I was mainly focused on going to college to play wide receiver, so they really just told me about my wide receiver offers.
That's what's up. So, you were an absolute beast on special teams, winning Special Teams Player of the Year in 2018. So were you open to playing special teams at first? And if so, like who helped you excel at the position and whatnot?
Um, Coming in at Wake Forest, every freshman will tell you, or every coach there will tell you, the quickest way to play on the field, the quickest way to get on the field there is playing special teams. And I'm sure it's like that at a bunch of other programs.
Right, yeah, it's like that
So
in high school
although,
too, man.
yeah, so although you come in, I came in with a good amount of offers to play receiver. I knew how I could make my impact early. And the coach that helped me do it, Coach, he's one of our coaches, one of my greatest advisors, anything. Coach Lindenberg at Wake Forest, he took me under his wing and sort of turned me into a special teams juggernaut, I would say. So I would watch extra film with him and just learn as much as I could to see where like a person would slow down on their back pedal on a kick return, or like see where a person was weak at holding up on a line or on a punt team or something, and just use those hints and tips he told me to make myself the best player out there I could be.
Right. So you're a member of what could be the best wide receiver draft class in recent history. So like what kind of things you have to do to like stay in shape and try to stand out to scouts?
To stay in shape, I would run on my own in my house during the evening every day, and I do push-ups all day and sit-ups all day with my brothers. But with my trainer, we do this thing. It's a 5 minute run every day. Well, except Wednesday, it's 5 minutes straight. But in the last like 3 minutes, you at around 12 miles per hour, and you just running on a treadmill. And although people may say 5 minutes is not a long time, but it's not a long time or it's not
Yeah,
anything. But
you
five
gotta
minutes around
burn.
12 miles per hour is really like you burning out. And on top of that, we do these intensive yoga and pool workouts with she's a yoga therapist slash trainer named is Sunny. She's amazing. But the the workout that we do with her, the workout we do with her in terms of yoga, it feels like a weight room workout day.
Right.
Um, you do those things to stay healthy and help you recover properly. And I say that those things help me stand out to coaches because you're getting a guy who's coming in ready to go. Of course, I have to learn the playbook and everything, but you won't have to worry about me being physically ready. I'm gonna be in shape, and I'm gonna be able to stay healthy by doing those little things that coaches harp on.
For sure. So, what kind of skill sets do you think you bring to the table that maybe like other prospects necessarily don't? You know?
I say speed, smartness, and character. There's those things that I can bring to the table. I don't know how many times I've heard players from other teams say, "Wow, you're fast," or a teammate may come to me during practice and tell me how fast I was running during the play. But to me, it's just normal because being from Miami, you have no choice but to be fast.
Facts.
I was on the same team, on the same track team as Carlton Davis, who plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now.
Yeah.
He starts at corner for them. He goes against people like Julio Jones and Mike Evans every day or every week. So we'll be on the same track team at school on a Thursday, racing against other people, but play against each other on a Saturday during Little League. And it's normal to us because everyone's fast because down here you just breathe speed. So it's, it's just a normal thing. And then secondly is my ability to learn the playbook quickly. Like I don't know if anybody knows this about me or not, or they may, but I made the dean's list at Wake Forest my senior year, like the entire year I was on the dean's list.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's just having having that mindset that I can, get all A's in the classroom, but also I can look at a playbook and learn a play quickly, or look at a coverage and read a coverage fast. And then, lastly, my character. You will never have to worry about me having an off the field issue, outside of like in the locker room issue or anything. I feel like you can look at me as a leader to the other guys, or a person that you can. I won't say put on a pedestal because I never like being put on a pedestal, but just take an example.
Like a role model. Yeah.
Yeah, a role model to guys to you want to be like him because he's gonna do what he has to do in the class, or he's gonna do what he has to do at home, and also do what he has to do on the field and be that guy for you.
For sure. That mindset's crucial, bro. That's good shit.
So
All right. So you saw like your highest snap total as a senior, 626 snaps, and you finished fifth on the team with 20 catches. So how did feel to like get consistent playing time and like really get to like showcase your talents a bit more?
it felt great knowing that the coaches trusted me and wanted to put the ball in my hands.
Right.
Not saying they didn't trust me before, but hearing them tell me, or hearing them say, "Hey, we need you to go out there and make big plays for us and make a play
Right.
for us," is a great feeling. For them to go to me on a third down, or have me on the offense during a 2 minute drill at the end of the game, and we're down and they need people to like who they can trust to score a touchdown and make a play, and to have me in that situation for our team. So it felt great. I'm sure it'll feel great to anybody. So it says a lot more that you can really put into words.
Yeah. So as we kind of mentioned, as you kind of mentioned really a little bit earlier, so not only were you like good on the football field, but you're also great in the classroom. A member of the dean's list. So how did you like balance the lifestyle of being a college athlete as well as prioritizing academics?
Oh man, it wasn't easy at first. It wasn't easy at the beginning. Yes, you have tutors and people that can help you. But when you're an 18-year-old kid that's trying to learn the entire offense or an entire special teams playbook, while also trying to learn the deviant behavior of the 1800s in sociology, it's not easy at all,
Yeah.
man. So like all freshmen have to do, all students have to do, you have to learn to cut down on social life and not try to be as social, but you have to be more of a student or more of a football player. So spending that extra time in your dorm room studying the books, and spending extra time in the tutoring room studying, while also spending that extra time inside the film room watching film or talking to your coach about a certain thing that you may not be getting or you may have trouble on the field. You gotta do those little things to be great because those same friends who want to go out with you or want to spend that time with you socially will still be there after you're done studying, or after you're done watching film and stuff. They
Right.
still gonna be waiting for you to do the same exact thing.
Yeah, I don't think people really realize, as coming out of high school, like the sacrifices it really takes, to like be a college
Yeah,
athlete and really be committed to your craft. So that's for like the younger guys who might be transitioning that are going to be listening out there. But yeah, that's what's up.
it's a lot, man.
So how do you like train and prepare for the NFL draft, like workouts, like your diet, etc. Like we touched on it a little bit earlier with like your 5 minute runs and whatnot, like your power runs and all that good stuff. But like maybe like go into your diet a little bit.
My diet is pretty much the same every day. I start off every morning with some oatmeal and some boiled eggs for breakfast, and I usually have like a fruit smoothie and some water right before I go in for my workout.
Right.
And then lunch is typically a salad or something healthy with a protein shake and some type of peanuts.
Yeah.
And dinner is usually some type of pasta or baked chicken and some veggies. Nothing too special, but it definitely does the job for maintaining my body weight and staying healthy. And my trainer, he just has had me on this strict regimen for the past like 3 months because I don't want to get too heavy. Well, I'm not as fast, but I don't want to be light. Like I feel solid. I feel like I can move greatly right now. I'm staying between 200 and 202 pounds, just staying here. And I say
Yeah.
towards in terms of my workout, Mondays and Tuesdays are harder weight room days because we may not be going to the field those days. It's the harder weight room days, and then Wednesdays are conditioning days and abs. So we instead of that 5 minute run on the treadmill, we'll do 12 miles per hour, 30 seconds for 30 seconds, 10 times. So although it's still a 5 minute run, you're doing like a sprint pretty much right there
Yeah, like a
on a
burst.
quick burst, and then we get so we do that on Wednesdays. On top of we train boxing on Wednesdays also. So getting our arms conditioning our bodies for like using muscles you don't typically use in football.
Yeah.
And after that, we'll do a yoga session with Sonny or Kate Taylor. Do a yoga session with her, and then go get inside the pool for a recovery workout after that whole thing. And we'll go back heavy, and then feel Friday, and feel Thursday, feel Friday, and feel Saturday, just to finish out the week. And then on Friday also we have yoga and another pool workout also.
That's what's
So
up.
it's just it's an intensive days, but it's all worth it. And I hope
Right.
to maintain the same type of regimen with yoga and pool workouts, and just keeping my body as healthy as I can be on the next level.
Facts. So if you had your choice, what team would you like to play for? Maybe like with matching skill sets or like a good fit, maybe your favorite team growing up, stuff like that.
That's a that's a difficult question. I can't say I've ever had a favorite team growing up. I know my favorite college team growing up was the Miami Hurricanes because my uncle Romeo Davis did play for them
Yeah.
from '04 to like '08 or '09. I can't remember which year. So he played for them, so that was always my favorite college team. But in terms of NFL, I just think anybody who drafts me or takes or signs me is, that'll be my favorite team.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just my dream. It's just always been my dream of going to the NFL. So whatever team makes that dream come true, I would greatly appreciate and love forever. That'll be a special place in my heart, and they'll always be my team.
Facts. There's nobody in like in particular you just love to play with, like as obviously I'm like a Saints fan, so like I think you and Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders out there would be ridiculous. But
Oh
like
man,
there's a
that
bunch of
that
there's a
that
bunch of
would be great. But like I said, I've really never sat down and said this is my favorite team, or I would love to play with them. I
yeah,
just never did that.
that's what's up. Well, I can't wait to see, man. So what do you feel like would be your biggest asset to a team?
I say my biggest asset to a team would be probably my passion for the game and my grittiness as a player, being a dog and stuff. You know,
Sure.
growing up, with um, seven uncles who treated me like a younger brother in the environment that I grew up in, which was I grew up in a place called Graveyard Project, or it's called New Haven Gardens right now. It's in Little Haiti, a subsection of Miami,
Yeah.
and you had to be tough growing up there. If you played football outside, you were playing tackle on concrete, or you were playing with the older guys on the field. So you're like 13, 14, playing with guys who's like 20 something and who's not going to take it easy on you, because that if their drive and like their goal to make you tough. Then when you're on the field, my seven uncles like would come to my football games, and like if they saw me doing something soft on the field or something that they didn't like, I would come home that night and get like have to do that same thing they wanted me to do to them, and I would have to do it and do it and do it until I did it right to them. So that forced me in my head automatically to be a dog, like to anybody else, because I didn't want those same things happening to me when I got older or grew up.
Okay.
So when a coach tells me go block, I'm gonna be the biggest dog to go block because I don't, in the back of my mind, I can't let this happen to me. What happened to me as a kid,
Facts.
it's always a slight fear. So I feel like being a dog and like having the passion to do it the best of my ability, no matter where you put me on the field, I'm gonna give it my all. I feel like that'll be my best asset to a team.
Damn, you got me fired up over here.
That's it.
So if you weren't like playing football, like what would you be doing? Like maybe a different sport, like maybe coaching, something like that. Like what are your other like interests outside of football?
Uh, Honestly, my mind is on business 24/7.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking of the next thing to get me and my family like money or like generational wealth. So doing things like I say real estate, or I love shoes. I have a passion for shoes. I have about 30 pairs of 30 pairs of like Jordan and Nike and stuff in my closet right now.
That's what's up.
Just that's just from what I brought back home, not even what's in storage,
Yeah.
So just creating like a corporation, like a Foot Locker or something like that, to call my own that can be in my family for years. So I'm not like how everybody says, oh, I want to be a coach or I want to,
Yeah.
do something with the sport. Although I would love that, but my mind is a business mind first and foremost. So
Right.
something in the business world I would do.
Especially in today's age, man, there's like just so many opportunities to really just like
Yes,
branch
sir.
out and expand your brand really.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
So last question here. Why don't you just give everybody like your favorite like college football memory, just like maybe for like the guys transitioning from high school to college, like something that they should really like, take in mind and really just like appreciate at the college level.
Oh man, I have two favorite college football memories, and they both were against Duke, which is crazy. So the first one, which is probably my second favorite memory, it was a screen, my red shirt freshman year, and we called the screen pass for my one of my close friends, Tabari Hines,
Yeah.
and how the angle of the defenders were. I had the option to block the corner or the safety, and I went for the safety first because he was closer to me. As soon as I hit him, he fell, like I knocked him down. So in my mind, I'm like, oh snap! So let me go get the corner now. So I went and I grabbed the corner and like I blocked him too. And Tabar was like running up the sideline. Sadly, like the linebacker was already on his pursuit and caught him. But just how fired up the coaches were to see me as like an 18, 19-year-old kid doing that, and how fired up I felt inside was like
Yeah.
my welcome to college football moment.
All right. Those are
Like
always
you
the
can
best,
do this.
for sure.
But then my last favorite, my second favorite, and probably my most favorite college football moment was this past season against Duke. And it was a rainy game. And there was a third down, and we called the play that you like. If you call, we call this play, we know the boundary is getting the ball. So um, when they called the play, I was in the boundary at receiver, and Jamie Newman, our quarterback, he looked at me like, "Yo, I'm coming to you," because he trusted me just that much. So I ran the play, but the corner played a different way. He played underneath, and the corners usually don't play us that way um, during this play. So he played underneath, but Jamie like threw it still, like trusting me. He threw it because he trusted me to catch it. He knew like I'm gonna make that play in like at this time of the game.
Yeah.
So he threw it. Me and the corner both went for it, and like it slipped, like from both of us. We both had a hand on it. It popped up. He gave up on the play, but I saw the ball like falling out of bounds. So I laid out for the ball and kept my my tippy toes in,
Yeah.
and I was probably the only person in that stadium that knew or felt like I stayed in. I kept my toes down, and like we were about to run the next play, and like I was looking at my coach like I know for a fact I caught that,
Yeah.
but the officials called it not a catch. So then the booth like called the they blew the whistles right
They
before the play
reviewed it. Yeah.
started, and they reviewed it and they called it a catch. So I like the crowd went crazy and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it was just a great feeling. And we scored 2 plays later, and it led us to like scoring more touchdowns during the game because they were winning at that time. It was 7-3. But the fact that I made that play for us and
Like a
was able
momentum
to,
play.
yeah, it was a momentum play
That's
basically.
what's up.
And the fact that we were able to win that game, it's like all of our players and our coaches was like, "Hey, that touchdown was because of the catch you made."
Right.
And
Facts.
then our Coach Lawson, asked me, he was like, "Did you know you made that catch?" And then you played. I said, "Yeah, like I knew I made it." And that was it. That was my favorite college football memory.
That's what's up. So I appreciate you hopping on this phone call with me. Um, I really do. You're my first actual ever like draft prospect I've ever interviewed, so I
Oh
appreciate you
wow, thank
coming
you.
on. And why don't you just go ahead and plug your social media handles real quick, like your Instagram, your Twitter, all that.
My Instagram, Twitter, um, what else? Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, everything is at GY with an underscore and then Lucky. Just thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for everything, and I wish you the best of luck in the future.
I wish you the best of luck, man. I'll be tuned in for sure.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too.
Bye.